Hi, Joyce here. Today I wanted to share a story about a knowledgeable achiever who was working for me who wasn't meeting their goals. So first of all, knowledgeable achievers really like to meet their goals, or they need to understand why they're not meeting their goals. So the person came to me asking a question about their goals. I could take I could get the whiff that something wasn't quite right. So I scheduled a meeting with him. And we sat down and he said, well, why are my goals the same as this person's goals? Kind of asking a lot of goal type questions. So I knew he was unhappy and I knew he wasn't meeting his goals. Now, this particular person, what I did is I sat down and I said, this is how the goal is calculated. And I spent a lot of time, because knowledgeable achievers like that level of detail. They want to understand that the goal is fair. And it was fair. But there were a number of factors that we could then look at. So this particular person was transitioning out of another area and into my area. And we made the assumption that in this particular month, they should be about 50% working for my team and 50% working for the other team. Well, as it turns out, I don't know, a website went down, or there was some sort of technical problem and he didn't get 50% of his time with me. So clearly you're not going to meet your goals. And so what I did is we sat down and we said, okay, it's really should only be a third of a goal. And so I changed the goals, and so therefore he was meeting his goals. Now this person was an excellent employee. So it's not like this was a problem employee not meeting their goals. This was someone that really cared and worked super hard. But what happened with that is, first of all, he understands now that as he works for me, the communication lines are open. You can always come. You can ask me any question, number one. Number two, I'm happy to explain the goals to you. And I think you should understand them, because I think it's easier to make a goal if you understand where it's coming from. He also learned that I make goals that are very achievable. I don't want people having target goals that they can't meet if they're a really good employee working hard. I don't like goals that are not achievable. And finally, there was a level of trust and rapport built between us, because we could talk about this thing that was an issue in a very intelligent, mature way, and we both walked out feeling like, okay, we resolved the problem. And a side little benefit was, I'm not always right. I make assumptions. That assumption didn't happen. Let's dig in, see what really happened, and make any course adjustments that might be needed. So it made me a lot more approachable as well, especially since this person was moving from someone else's area into mine. So that was kind of a fun example of a knowledgeable achiever not meeting their goals. But the elements are the same no matter what your situation might be. Go through the detail, sit down, understand, let them voice what's going on. And then look, are some of the assumptions not accurate? Did it not play out how we thought? So it ended up as a win-win for us.